Party.
And we are live with Star Wars Wayward Spirit. Going to take some time to review what happened last time, which was 4 weeks ago. Before we get started, players feel free to jump in and interject as you need to, since this is this was actually really complicated because we ended up shutting off the stream and doing the whole thing in chat due to technical issues. So here's what happened last week. We started out with Loerelai in the navigation room on the ship. She was trying to get some navigational data out of the computer when she was confronted by Rhea, who is a crew member and who's actually an NPC that's appeared before in this campaign. Rhea had she's kind of a street urchin, street rat, and she had sniffed out that Loerelai was up to something, and she's kind of had a thirst for adventure lately, so she thought she'd follow her around to figure out what's going on. And she's been nosing her way into everything since then.
Didn't we shoot her boyfriend or something like that?
Yeah, you shot her boyfriend, but she didn't really care that much because it was gang type.
Oh, I took her credit. That was right.
Yeah. You gambled first. You beat her in Sabak badly, made her really angry. Then you shot her boyfriend, and then
I outdrew her boyfriend. Yes, repeatedly.
Yeah. It was a gun. It was a gun. Yeah, and then you asked her if she wanted to come join you, and she said, "Yeah, why not?" And so she's been on your ship, on the Liberty at least, the Liberator at least, since you acquired the Liberator. And so then you all got together, and Loerelai presented a situation to you, which is that a friend of hers that she's adventured with before actually helped to save a group of Wookiees with, who is also happens to be the son of who's the son of again, Michael? I don't remember his name.
Rick Oley.
Rick Oley, who appeared in episode 1. His name is Jalen Oley. He has gone missing. Reports from Naboo have indicated that he's gone missing, and Loerelai intends to set out and try to rescue him. He is actually believed to be on a planet that is called Sinnela, which is on the Outer Rim. It's actually in slaver space, and this particular planet is known not only for its aggressive slave trade, but also for the fact that some of the slaves are used in blood sport on this planet. The whole thing smells like a trap to her, but she's chose to go ahead and present it to the group and ask for their help. The group discussed it a little bit, decided that they were going to go, and are hopeful that in addition to rescuing Jalen, they can also free some other slaves along the way. There's a little bit of concern because this isn't really rebellion sanction type of outing, but everybody feels like they're going to be in on it at least to some degree or another. And that's about where we left off. Did I leave anything off?
Andon wants to come up with a cockamamie scheme whereby they can convince Imperials to show up after they've freed the slaves, so the Imperials have to deal with it because we don't have the ships and manpower to haul these people off and get them jobs or what have you.
But we should be able to find those because I'm not leaving this planet until we free these slaves.
Oh, okay, Mom, but
we have a duty.
Well, our duty is to the rebellion. We're actively shirking it at this point.
Well, yeah. So if our duty is to the rebellion and we're going against the rebellion, then we're going to do something good for the rebellion while we're there. We can recruit some people.
Well, I mean, emaciated slaves aren't ideal recruits, but okay.
We get them some ration bars and they're good to go.
Andon's plan is to try to figure out who we can call to be like, hey, there's a bunch of Imperial core world citizens enslaved here, and then make them sort out the mess, where if they make a big enough stink in the press, the Imperials have to get these slaves out, and we don't have to do anything with them. So if you have any thoughts along those lines, that's where he was going with it, but he's not a planner.
I guess you can always turn it over to WikiLeaks or something.
Yeah.
After you're done.
Well, could we use Could we use Kosket's bad press to kind of...
I am WikiLeaks.
Yeah, pretty much.
The only thing that was another thing, I was trying to utilize Kosket's network to get word out to the previous crew so we had a backup ship if needed.
Guys, my services aren't free.
Here's a bottle of whiskey.
I was gonna say your bunk on my ship has been so far, so maybe we need to talk this out. And yes, I know it's the rebellion ship, but who's asking?
I just think that we need to make sure that while we're here, we do something good for the rebellion and for the galaxy. And
Well, yeah, we're gonna blow up some prison cell doors and then call someone else in to clean up the mess and deal with all the people we just freed.
yeah, but what if there's like, Imperials or bounty hunters or whatever it is, and all these people are just going to get killed?
They're not wanted dead. That's the thing. That's why we got to come up with a scheme where a bunch of people with cameras and stormtroopers show up and have to take these people into custody because they can't be seen shooting them on camera.
Kosket, do you have a friend that's like an investigative reporter or something?
Nice soft news journalist.
No, I don't know anyone.
Anyone?
You don't know a guy.
You
Kosket,
don't know any people. Where have you been?
The one time. No, I don't have anything, man.
No.
fine. I'll bring. Does anyone have a camera?
No.
No, but seriously, I kind of am WikiLeaks. I do have, the bad press thing going, plus a spy net behind me.
Yeah, but we need to record this.
Well, no, we need to call in someone that'll record this.
Why can't we record it ourselves?
Because we're going to be busy blowing up prison doors.
Why don't we just put the camera on a tripod?
We don't want to be seen.
He's staying with the X-Wing.
Which is another thing.
Well,
Why
we
don't
can
You
talk
owe
about that
me a
later.
droid.
We can talk about that later.
Why don't we just dial some news agency up and have me talk to them?
Exactly. We tell them there's a 90-year-old skydiving woman or something to get them out here.
There's
and
an
then they find-
octopus on the school.
Yeah, they find the real story, which is a bunch of freed slaves at the same time that the Imperial troops show up to rescue Imperial citizens that have been illegally taken in. And at that point, the news presence requires the Imperials to do something, or else they're seen not doing anything and have to save that face. That's my theory.
I kind of imagine the Imperials just sort of bullying the reporters anyway, to be honest.
Well, that's why we've got to find the rootinest, tootinest reporter there is, or I don't know.
We don't really have this time. The time to do this.
Well, we can't crowd them all into Wayward Spirit, jump back to where we are, and die of suffocation on the way, so...
That's why I was offering a second ship.
How big is the second ship?
It's a Citadel.
What's that?
That's not a bad idea. I mean, if you got an Action 6 or something, that might be better, but...
What the hell's a Citadel?
It's a pretty nifty shuttle with some rotating wings and decent armor. Good alternative to a 2400 if you can get one, but... I mean, yeah, we've got another freighter our size, basically.
So we have 2 freighters. To rescue one person. Well,
Twice
we
the
were
cr-
rescuing other people.
well, I thought this was just a one-man rescue person mission. But I was being needy and demanding that we do other things.
Well, I want to break as many people out as I can, too, but if I can make someone else clean up the mess we make, that's just icing on the cake.
All right, well, let's do that then. I mean...
Any thoughts, Kosket?
Kosket has no thoughts.
Kosket.
Slap him awake and see if he has any thoughts.
I like the idea of tip somebody off and let somebody else deal with it.
We just need to orchestrate it properly so that these people aren't herded back into their cages. Of course, we blow up the cages, they're just going to be herded into, public spaces, and then they're still visible. Well, we can probably plan in hyperspace, so...
I don't know. I'm just going and doing what I need to do. I am still kind of worried about what's going to happen if the rebellion finds out about this.
That's why I offered that you don't have to participate.
Well, are you going to lose your cushy chief engineer job?
Yeah, like if they find out, am I going to get kicked out of the rebellion?
That seems unlikely.
Yeah, I know, but
Excuse me, General, we've been doing good off the clock. Is that going to be a problem with labor laws, or?
yeah, do I need to like take a break every 5 hours?
They're going to need our 10:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, let's do what we do, and then we'll call in a journalist, we'll call in Imperial authorities and tell them that some citizens were kidnapped, and then they can settle the mess. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds great for me. I hope.
All right, and then Doc can get to the actual planning of how we're getting this guy out, so.
Yeah, go ahead, Doc. You're the one that knows all this stuff.
Yeah, all she knows so far is she's tracked down the bounty hunter that allegedly took him off of Naboo, planet Sinnela, and she knows the bounty hunter's name is Grok, Grock, but with an apostrophe. And
That is an orc name.
he's a Trandoshan.
Oh, a Trandoshan bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, Andon. You can cut off his limbs and he'll grow them back next encounter.
But there's not a whole lot more information beyond that.
So you don't know where on the planet he's at?
Not until we get there.
Okay. All right, well, I'll try and do some meditation and help out as best as I can.
Okay. So a couple of hours later,
My glider.
you've filed your requests for leave or your notices of leave. I guess if you're in command, you get to notify people instead of request people when you're
Hey,
taking
we're
it.
going out. We're not telling you what we're doing.
All right,
Taking some of my
kids.
vacay.
Don't have any parties while we're away, kids. And yeah, so you find yourself in hyperspace on the way to the planet Sinnela with Rhea. I assume she wants to come along.
Let's hand Rhea a camera.
Ow! How many stim packs can we pack?
Oh, also, did we roll for Destiny?
No, we did not.
Only Loerelai's rolled so far.
Okay, I guess I
Yeah.
will do that as well. Yeah, now we're talking.
There we go.
How many stim packs can we pack for something like this? What's our allotment or what have you? Frag grenades, things of that nature.
That's going to depend on how much you can talk your quartermaster into letting go of. He's probably got 3 or 4 crates of stim packs.
Can I fire him if he... No, that's probably a bad way to get started. We should probably talk him into some supplies. Doc, you carry a decent med kit around with you everywhere, don't you?
Oh my gosh, everyone's going to
Yes.
know that we're doing something.
Yeah,
we're
but
leaving,
before,
we need a crate of
before we
stim
head off for
packs.
vacation, can we have a crate of stim packs and a half a dozen charges?
Just start loading the spirit with
And-
a rifle.
And maybe a hat.
We still got that missile launcher.
Just curious.
Yeah, or what about that fat man? We still got one of those.
So here's my plan. I've been doing some window shopping and kind of eyeballing some of these basically G reduction suits, the Alliance catalog. So maybe I'll just go make a casual request for a bunch of stim packs for the pilots and one of those for myself and see if we can just pass it off that way if one of you wants to help me talk the guy into this.
Oh my god, we're lying to the rebellion now.
I can
don't
talk
see a
him
problem
into
here.
it.
No, your way of talking people into things is pointing a huge blaster at them,
Yeah, I
IG.
don't want to antagonize the quartermaster. Koskett, can you help me talk him into something?
I don't think we have room for everything Koska can talk him into.
Okay, well then we'll
Yeah.
we'll start slow.
Yeah, I'll need the rest of you here to start packing stuff out of the armory.
All right, let's say these are originally for Ataru Squadron, so I'm going to say 12 stim packs and one of those G suits. from.
The Jisoo that you've been like clipping the articles of them.
Yeah, if I
from
save
the
enough
magazines.
box tops, they'll send me one, but I can't afford to wait.
So, want me to go to the quartermaster and say I need X supplies here for
Yeah.
the Ataru squadron?
Yeah, one of these suits and 12 stim packs. That'll last us for a while.
As per, quote, the Corellian kid.
Yes. Well, I think he knows you know me. Ataru leader, the Corellian kid.
Yeah.
Although I really have to start doing more gambling to earn a name like the Corellian kid, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, sure. I'll go talk to him.
All right, so he looks at you over his glasses when you get there, and he says, "Did you say these are for Andon?"
Yeah, annoying Corellian kid, pilot, and one who always tries to imitate Crash. That guy.
Never brings anything back in one piece. I mean, anything ever comes back in one piece from him and the rest of his friends.
I'm sorry.
And you want me to turn over this one piece of high tech that I just got issued by Alliance Command?
High tech. It's rarity 3.
It's hard to come across this stuff.
When have I ever crashed the Spirit?
Oh, well, to be fair, I believe he was going to let Crash have that one.
It was a Christmas gift, Life Day gift.
All right, let's go with a hard negotiation check with like 3 setback die because it's you people asking for it.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh my gosh. Next time, say it's for Kara. She's the mature, responsible
Koskett,
one.
if you get any advantages on this, can you get Kara a set of coveralls? Because Andon hasn't bought her a present in a while.
Do I at least get a boost if Crash's name means anything more than Andon's?
For dropping Crash's name, you can have a boost.
Yes.
Also, if you can get rid of, I don't know if you can get rid of dice on that roll, but of a setback, but you might check for that. A lot of talents do that.
If he's got a Phylaxian phase knife, that would be a good investment too, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, yeah. I need to sort of won't do anything, or that one, or that. Nope. Nope. There's a whole lot of no going on here. Technically, is this gambling?
No.
Technically, no.
Second chance. Yeah.
Really, with the quartermaster giving it to us, yeah, he's gambling.
All right, now I really don't have anything. I can re-roll it, or re-roll the positive dice when I fell, if I fell, and I could double or nothing, but that just that wouldn't work. Not on negotiations. So here goes.
Darn.
Second chances.
Okay. You're just re-rolling the positives on this, right?
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll 1 blue and 2 of the green that came out. 2 advantages.
Right.
Let me double check because I'm fairly sure I got 3 ranks into that. Or, God, this list is so big. Second,
800 XP problems.
I got.
It is. It's 800 XP problems is exactly what it is.
So nothing's happening.
Give it a second. It tends to lag some.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter which one of those you take. He looks kind of skeptically at you for a moment and says, "All right, but I expect this suit back in one piece when you get back from your vacation or whatever it is you're doing."
I'm going to be pod racing. Shut up. You don't know me.
I thought it was a gift for Crash.
Crash is going to be pod racing. Shut up. You don't know him.
All right, so now, a few hours later, you find yourselves in hyperspace on the Wayward Spirit, having filed all the appropriate paperwork and told half-truths to most of your underlings.
I do not like telling half-truths right now. I don't think we should do that. I'm not telling anybody where we're going.
Okay.
It's not like any of my mechanics care.
So, anything
They're
else?
Lazy craps.
Anything else you want to do before you get to Sinnela?
Can I meditate? Kind of get some visions, maybe. Kind of something to help us along the way here.
Sure.
Everybody.
Foresee.
By the way, everybody take 2 stim packs, and I'll leave 2 more on the ship.
Heyo.
Except, I guess, IG, but he should probably take them for the rest of us just in case.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet. So with foresee, 3. I'm not going to use that dark side pip,
Okay.
but I'd like to be able to kind of get 2 different ideas of probably where on the planet we should go.
Okay.
Be like a name.
Okay.
A town or something or anything,
Okay. Sure.
that might point us in the right direction.
So the first thing that you managed to see using your foresee is kind of this city that looks like it's just almost destroyed, like almost abandoned.
Okay.
And you can see some of the party members. It's kind of hazy exactly who it is, but they're walking along with Rhea, kind of along through that city in this search.
Okay.
That's the first thing that you pick up. The second thing that you pick up is this flash of a group of stormtroopers, and they're talking to someone that looks like a lieutenant that's kind of in charge of them. And one of them calls him, in the course of the conversation, calls him Lieutenant Rato. And
Rato?
that's all you pick up. Yes.
Rato. Rato. Okay. All right. So we got that. We got a Rato and we got an abandoned city. I mean, how many abandoned cities can there be on a planet? Do we know anything about this planet?
You know that there's a main capital city that has several coliseums that are used for kind of like Roman type blood sport type purposes, mostly
Oh my goodness.
mostly with animals and slaves.
What year is it?
You know that that there's a pretty massive marketplace, that this is off the beaten path, that this is a very seedy underworld controlled type environment that exists largely outside of the purview of the Empire.
Cosket, you're not buying anybody while we're here.
I was just going to bet on the
no betting
arena.
on slaves freaking fighting in coliseums. Cosket, no.
Oh, see, now I know what you're going to ask me, and I got to think it over.
What?
If we'll go ringer,
Yeah.
we're lanky looking kids. They don't know what we can do. Of course, I'm not actually good with a real melee weapon. You are, so maybe you and IG should do it.
Couldn't we have just picked up a big burly Gamorrean before we came here? That would be
Now,
great.
see, everyone knows a Gamorrean's strong. They don't think we're going to be strong.
Oh, hey, look at the giant walking bird. Let's all bet against her. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
No, I'm not doing that.
Besides, all you have is a stick. What are you going to do, beat people to death with that? They have guns.
No, we're not endorsing this behavior.
And I'm a weirdo with a naval display cutlass, so...
No. You should probably leave... Oh, you can't leave the cutlass here because that's your lightsaber. Crap.
Well, I'll keep it tucked under the coat.
Okay, keep it tucked under the coat. Alright, so we have a abandoned looking city and we got a Lieutenant Rato.
I guess IG will have to be your ringer, Casket.
What's the dominant species on this planet anyway? We got a good mix going.
It's a pretty good mix. There's really no single dominant species.
I bet humans are behind all this, though.
Although there's certainly plenty of the whatever the race is that are the renowned slave traders. There's plenty of them.
Oh,
I'm looking for it right now.
They kind of look like they look like Bothans.
Yeah, Zygorians. I think
quiet bat people.
I think that's who they are. Yeah.
Well, let's get. Maybe we can go to this main city. Maybe that's where I was seeing in my vision, but I don't know for sure. It's not perfect yet, so.
Be great if the city's name was Springfield. How many Springfields can be on one planet?
Oh my gosh.
Springfield's a hell of a town.
Schoolyard's up and the shopping mall's down.
All right. Anything else before we arrive?
Like any weird weapons laws? Like, does IG need to put his gun away, or does he just look like hired help?
You suspect he's probably going to be okay walking through the streets because there are so many gangsters with bodyguards and droids as bodyguards, that kind of thing. That this is actually the one place where he's not going to look quite as out of place as some of the others.
Excellent.
Your bigger worries are people like Kira and Loerelai, who look so maybe look a little bit more refined.
Oh, are you saying because I'm a woman?
No, I'm not.
Because Kara will beat someone's ass. How am I refined? Look at Loerelai over here in her nice, pretty outfits, and
she's probably the
hair.
She's probably the bigger risk. You're right.
And over here, I'm mistaken for a boy 95% of the time. So Loerelai, I'll protect you. Okay.
It is appreciated.
All right.
But on a side note, she's like in total spacer gear. She's not in her. And like I said, this is also the first time.
You make it look good.
Yeah, and this is the first time you've seen her. Like her hair is actually braided up, like Naboo style. She's never done.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm over here in my baggy overalls. One of these days. Why haven't we had a gala party yet?
We discussed this last time. Stop.
The last time you had a big party, it was when the Wayward Spirit had been refitted, and the bounty hunter that tracked you to the ship blew up half of it and stole the computer core.
Fancy ball gowns.
So we need to go to.
Let's go to Chandrilla.
I'm not wearing one of those.
Oh my god! Yes, you are. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic.
All right.
We need to go to like the Tapani sector and get into a noble hall there.
You managed to land at the major spaceport on Sinnela City, and make your way out of your landing berth, head into the city. When you get immediately when you walk into it, you're struck by it's a lot of bad, foul smells. You're struck by all of the seedy-looking characters. Occasionally, people getting drugged by in chains and brought to different locations, being brought to different locations within the city. All kinds of things are for sale. A lot of things not legal just about anywhere else. This is definitely the Wild West of this universe out here.
You're so bad already.
Respirator on.
I could just sort of see IG's finger just twitching over that trigger.
This is not going to be fun.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
No. No,
Yes, it
because if
is.
I have to like just stand here and feel all these people, I'm going to start crying. I can't help them all. Let's
So,
just go and do this.
so what are we doing here?
Crying.
I want to check out the Coliseum.
Okay.
Get a taste of the culture of the planet.
We should probably all stick together, though.
All right. So you show up. It's in the middle of the day. It's not open right now, but you can see on the outside they're playing replays of things from last night. There's this big open floor in the center of it, circular floor. You can see people being brought out, forced, and all kinds of different creatures being brought out, forced to do combat with animals, with other creatures, with each other. There's gambling. There's a lot of shouting. It looks very, very, very uncivilized.
Looks like home.
This is vacation.
You guys are crazy. This is terrible. I want to like hurt everybody here.
See, you fit right in.
No, I'm not supposed to want to fit right in here. This is terrible. Oh my god, let's just go get this done. Before I end up, like, blowing up some crime lord's house or something. So Loerelai, where are we supposed to go now?
The best thing we have to do is to recon it. We've got some things to work with. This is a trap. We know it's a trap we're walking into. So they're going to probably try to bait and provoke, but also they need to.
Wait, how do we know this is a trap?
I know this is a trap.
Okay. Do they know that we're with you?
Hopefully
That's a
not.
good question.
That's one thing
Because-
to our advantage because they most likely assume I'm still with the other crew that I was with.
Yeah, and I don't know if Uppity Doctor versus the Tolans and our IG droid and our Wizard of Wit is totally different proposition.
You've discussed Redo. That is the man who has a vendetta against me.
Okay.
So it is outright. If you sense he is here, they're
Well,
after
I
me.
don't know
We
anything
this,
about
plain
him,
and
so I
simple.
can't really sense him.
Okay, and he's the
You
one the
don't want
bounty the Trandoshan has, right?
No, Oli's the one the Trandoshan has.
So my suggestion is we find Garak if he is operating out of here, even if he is here, because information can always be bought if the price is right.
So who's the guy that's out to get you?
Lieutenant Redo, or whatever rank he is.
Is there a bounty hunters guild on this
Wait.
planet?
Wait, who's out to get you?
The Imperial that you saw in your vision.
Rato?
Mhm.
Yes.
The one I saw in my vision?
Mhm.
Okay, then. That would have been nice to know when I said that.
It was discussed last session.
Okay.
Yeah.
I divulged the whole story.
Oh,
So-
I'm bad with names.
Yeah, me too.
I should have reminded you of that. I actually couldn't
sorry.
remember whether it had come out or not. So
No,
Is
she
there-
told everybody. She told everybody. She laid it out. So
So why don't we just drag them into public somewhere?
he's
Like-
he's an Imperial operative that is operating in an outer rim world, probably in the same light we are. So most.
No, he's here.
Well, he's not going to make his presence publicly known.
Yeah, he is eventually. He was talking to some stormtroopers. To find some stormtroopers, find him.
Oh, does it work that tidily now?
No, I was just going to find the bounty hunter.
Yeah, Casca, why don't you go find a bounty hunter? Say you need a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to go to the bounty hunters guild if there was one on this planet.
is there are multiple locations sprinkled throughout the city for bounty hunters. They're
How
in
well
high
do you want
demand to
me-
kind of bring back wayward servants and that kind of thing.
Yeah. IG, probably will need you with me here.
Of course.
And Casket, do you want a little edge on the situation?
I might later. For now, I just plan on going to the guild and seeing if I can put a fake contract out with a fake name, asking him to meet me for the job details.
As you wish.
Okay.
We should lure him out.
So you walk into a dark building, and it's got screens all over the place with all these different offers for jobs. There's an assortment of seedy-looking individuals of all kinds of different species that are kind of standing and sitting around in there. And Casket looks like he fits in there pretty well as he walks in. And so nobody's paying him all that much attention. And so there's a human that's in there that has one cybernetic eye, and he kind of looks Casket up and down, and he says, "What can I do for you, Bothan?"
I'm looking to hire a particular hunter. I'm hoping that works for this guild. Hoping I looked that up beforehand.
All right. And who is it that you're looking for?
It's a Trandoshan named... Scrolls up.
Grok.
Grok.
Let me pull this up on my data pad. Grok.
Grok, he says, yeah, we know of him. He's worked with us on several occasions before. Believe he's on planet right now.
Fantastic. I hear he's pretty trustworthy as far as getting the mission done.
That he is. He comes pretty highly recommended.
Fantastic. Great. Now this guy thinks I'm stupid. Yeah. So I want to put a contract out requesting him. And then I sort of want to do a little bit of research and see what he usually gets paid for assassination bounties, and just sort of make a comparable offer. Say I was recommended through a friend. Make it sound real authentic, but I don't want to give any details out because I'm going to use the reasoning that it's deeply personal to me, so I don't want it displayed openly.
So he kind of looks at you and he says, "Oh, so you've got a problem you need taken care of, huh?"
Yes. Something more delicate than a mere droid would be able to handle. Sorry, IG.
Stands there doing nothing.
All right, he says, kind of looking over at your shoulder at IG, and then he looks back at you. Give me a moment. I'll see if I can't track him down. You want a meeting?
Yes, that would be ideal.
Very well. So he heads off for a moment and starts typing into a panel. And in the meantime, a couple of burly-looking bounty hunters kind of stand up and start walking towards you. But then they just walk right past you and walk out the door. So it's a little nervous for a minute, but nothing really comes of it. And in a couple of minutes, the human with the cybernetic eye turns back around and says, he's off on the old west side of the city right now. Don't know why he chooses to hang out there, but that's where he is. He says you can come find him on the west side if you're interested.
Fantastic. I appreciate your assistance.
All right, he says.
By the way, how much do people usually make gambling on the arena matches around here?
I kind of elbow Casket.
Yes, He says it really depends. If you sit up in booths with higher ups, there can be tens of thousands of credits to be made, but on the ground, it's usually only 20 or 30.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, with that, I shall part ways with the gentleman and relay any information to the rest of the crew.
All right. So,
except for the last part, that never happened.
So Loerelai and IG and Cosket kind of reunite with the rest of the group and update them on everything that's going on. And so, what next?
I guess we head over to the west side.
All right. So as you're sort of looking and trying to find your way, what you discover is that there was a very large radioactive incident over on the west side several decades ago, and the whole place was abandoned. The levels are now pretty reasonable. There's not really a lot of problems with it. Except it just hasn't been used for a very long time and isn't really very highly populated at all.
Is this what I saw in my vision?
As you start approaching it, it becomes apparent that this is what you were looking at.
Okay.
All right, pull out to the side, pull the pack, start, anti-radiation stems.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we need those? What?
I don't care if they say it's a legal limit. It's still contaminated.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust the legal limits in a place like this.
So I will go about dispensing the antigens.
You didn't-
Those are the shittier parts.
You didn't tell me to get any Rad-X.
Well, sorry.
Okay, then that's different. Yeah, thanks for that shot, Loerelai.
I don't know. Maybe we can find some swoop gangs and rat ghouls while we're here. Get the hat trick.
Loerelai, you should probably try and lay low, though.
Or do we do the opposite? Do we have her go in like she's here by herself, spring the trap, and then ambush them?
Wait, does this place actually have cool temples and stuff and statues?
Yeah, this is very old part of town, but it's pretty dilapidated now and abandoned for the most part. You can see a few people every once in a while. Most of them look like they're homeless or something like that as you kind of walk through it.
I don't have any credit chips to give people. This sucks. Hate being a poor rebel. What, you just want Loerelai just to walk out there being all dude, I'm Loerelai.
It's a plan. I didn't say it was the best plan, but
maybe I could walk ahead, kind of scope something out.
we can all silently flank, and then when they're all, no, I expect you to die, we start mowing down stormtroopers.
Well, we don't know where they are.
Well, that's why we have Loerelai look around until they ambush her.
They'll probably just shoot her.
No, because people don't set elaborate traps like this so that they can shoot people. They set elaborate traps so they can walk out, gloat about how they captured you, and tell you their whole plan before you escape suddenly.
And sadly, I have to agree with him that Lieutenant Ratto is rather stuck on himself.
Maybe take Rio with you so it looks like you didn't come here completely by yourself. She looks streetwise.
Thanks for the vote of
Well-traveled.
confidence.
I don't know. Andon, why don't you just go out there and ask for him?
Because I need to be able to ambush.
Yeah, but after we ambush them, then what happens?
Well, we kill most of them, or,
Okay, and then what? We still don't know where they're at, where the prisoners are.
I will go ahead and post up for mobile doctor thing because everybody will be wanting the free clinic and a doctor, which will also give us an exchange for information.
Good thinking.
All right, so I missed that. What was the idea? I missed that, Michael. I'm sorry.
Basically, I'm going to find kind of a little hovel area that doesn't look currently occupied, or start to kind of look down. If somebody looks rather sickly, start going to do kind of some triage type things, and then just use it as a post up and start using it as my information grapevine.
Okay, so you do manage to find a little street urchin, a little girl that's about 8 years old in pretty raggedy clothes. She looks like she's got kind of a broken arm, and she's managing to get by okay, but it's clear you'd be able to help her a lot just by administering a little bit of first aid.
That I will do.
So she says, "Thanks a lot, but what are the likes of you doing here?"
Call it, I'm trying to seek forgiveness for wrongs past due, and I'm also looking for some people.
She says, "People? I run around all over this city playing all the time. What kind of people are you looking for?"
People like me that aren't supposed to be here, that usually wear white buckets on their heads.
I can't say I've seen anything like that, she says.
Well, let's just say there was a Trandoshan that came through looking for people like that. They look like they're in uniform and things like that also don't belong around in here.
Trandoshan. She says, I know about one. He hangs out a lot over by this building, and she points to this really large, looks like it might be in an abandoned temple from a long time ago, off in the distance. I've seen him out there a few times, carrying around a shorter, younger guy about your age with him. I think he wants to sell him.
What of that place? Does anybody go there, or is there something that happens there?
I'm not going to get anywhere close to it as long as that Trandoshan's around there. I don't think anybody else will either. We know better than that. When people like him come into town, we know to stay away.
You've been most helpful, and if you just keep easy on the arm, you will do fine, and it will be back to normal in no time.
She says, thank you, sir. Do you mind if I have one of those stim packs?
This ain't no charity.
She's gonna sell it.
I didn't have to say
She's
that.
gonna sell it for chocolate.
Wow,
it's a hydrocodone.
I'll tell you what, should you see anything suspicious, like men in uniforms or men in armor, come find me. And I'll kind of palmer the stim pack.
She says, gee, thank you, miss. And goes running off.
And with that, just one of those, there you have it.
Okay.
And I'm sure Temple will definitely get your interests.
Wait, temple? What temple?
The structure over there.
Oh, shoot. Temples. That's good. Canon, that's good.
Is it?
I mean, it's a chance to learn something.
The local grapevine say that when people like our Trandoshan friend go into that dragging people, they tend to stay away. So,
well, that's where we need to go. Let's go watch some heads. Let's do this.
Look at you wanting to fight.
Well, one, it's a temple.
So it could just be to some weird rain god that these people had forever ago.
Still is interesting.
Yeah, we all want to go to the museum on vacation.
Museums are fun.
Uh-huh.
What, just because I have a lifetime membership to the Corellian, Airspace and Science Exploration Museum?
No, aerospace museums are the only fun museums.
The history museums are great too.
Yeah, oh look, a plow.
It's interesting. How are you not interested? Whatever.
This doesn't exactly look like a museum, but
there's still things to learn there, Andon.
Like, these are sharp. This is infested.
I will stab you with one of them. But so let's go there. Also, I'm tired of being on this planet already. It's dragging me down. So the sooner we get all these slaves freed, the better. What do you guys say? Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay.
Kara's gonna lead the front.
I'm not in charge, so.
She's got a swing in her step, kind of. Maybe not a
Skip to
swing.
her step.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I meant. She's actually kind of excited about this now.
IG's gun has a safety.
Haven't had it removed yet. Sorry.
I figured that would have been the first thing. Safety, what's this?
And he hasn't learned to spell yet either.
That.
The safety is off.
To be fair, safety's not a word he would really use.
Probably not.
All right.
Wifty.
All right. So, you want to give me a marching order as you're walking in?
Kara will lead the front. She seems confident.
Well, then Andon's gonna stick with her.
Okay.
IG
It
can
took a
hold
while
up the
for
rear.
that to come up.
What was that?
The correction down there. It took a while for that to come up.
Andon and Kara will lead the way.
Andon's just, grumping the whole way, though. But he's
Okay.
gonna grump in front because he's a leader, and that's what leaders do.
Why are you grumping?
He doesn't want to be in the museum.
Andon, come on. Your dad would take you to the museum all the time. And you loved it.
Well, yeah, because it was full of, ships.
Yeah, but there's more stuff. You loved going to the other museums.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I had to go to the other museums because I wanted to go see the ships. Okay, some of them were like speeders and stuff. That was cool, too.
You're just missing out so much. Learning is cool, Andon.
Oh, look at this lumber furniture from forever ago and pioneers. Oh, boy.
Hey, pioneers paved the way for us today.
IG, shoot me.
All right. So,
Oh, look, it's the same scale model as Centerpoint.
Oh, look, it's another N1 starfighter.
Look, much in the same way that I doubt you can appreciate a beautiful woman, apparently you can't appreciate an N1 starfighter, so we're done having this
They're
conversation.
kind of lame looking. I'm sorry.
so the inside of this place is kind of circular. It's kind of circular, and so you kind of step in, and you can go to your right or you can go to your left. There's not an immediate way to kind of get into the core of the center room that you can see.
So it's just like a big temple, and it's kind of ruined, and we're just walking up the stairs.
Yeah. You've walked up the
Bickering
stairs.
about crap.
You're up the stairs, and you're kind of inside now, I assume.
Okay, can I take a moment to kind of reach out through the force?
Yes.
Okay. Where's my stuff at?
I would prefer to go a little more stealthy, but
Well, we're not going to go in until I
yeah.
see sense. Sense? Yeah, that's what I want. Sense.
Okay.
Ayo.
All right. So, what are we doing here?
Let's see. I did sense. Taylor,
Ugh.
I really just need to print these out and put them on my desk.
I'm pulling it up myself.
If they were in any type of order, would be
They're in
great.
alphabetical order.
Oh,
Yeah, I put page 3. It's page
They
304 in Force and Destiny.
so the basic power allows you to sense all living things within short range, and I also have a upgrade in range.
Okay.
So I can spend force pips to increase the power's range 3 times. So I will do that.
So you
Extreme range.
Yes.
you have a total of 3 upgrades.
Well, no, I have 1 range upgrade.
But she's can activate it 3 times.
Right. I guess that's what I mean. One Well, I think each upgrade, like each range upgrade, only allows you to increase it by one. Like you can only spend one to upgrade it. Because
No, it says you can do it multiple times. If you get multiple upgrades, it means that spending an Enforce Pip gets you 2 range bands.
Oh, okay. I'd never read it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this way, if you have
Yeah,
all the
you can do
range
it-
bands, but you only roll like one
Okay.
force die, you can still do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the user may activate this multiple times, increasing the range by this number each time. I know they clarified that in the beta book a bit because it was super unclear at first.
it's text. It's in the text on 305 of Force and Destiny. So
Yeah.
you're correct about that. Okay. So we're going to go from the basic power. You're going to activate the basic power,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to give you short range,
Yep.
and then you're going to go medium, long, extreme,
Yes.
trying to sense living creatures.
Yes. I'm gonna get hit with like just a feedback of bad vibes and pass out or something.
You are a witch.
There's no way to count, but you sense a lot of living creatures.
Okay.
I mean, it's more than a dozen, less than 200. But
All right. Are they more far away, or can I not really tell that with this?
well, in other words,
I
you
could,
want to
like,
know if they're like if you scaled it back to long range, you would still sense most of those.
Okay.
If you scaled it back to medium range, not quite so many.
Okay. And there's nothing really around us.
You can see a few individuals that, like I said, a few individuals that kind of roam through the town. I mean, even that street urchin would be at extreme range right now.
Okay.
But that's what you're picking up.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of people here. So we're in the right place. I can't really sense much else. I know, like, sensing things. Is there, like, any way that I can sense, like, the emotions of the place, or is that kind of a different thing?
Yeah, I think you have to pick a single living target for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to say who it is you want to sense their emotions, and you can't.
No, like bad vibes.
You can't single anybody out right now.
Okay. But am I getting bad vibes from this place?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
not like the dark side is present type bad
Okay.
vibes.
All right, so it's kind of just here.
Yeah. It's a place. You can tell it was a place of worship at one point.
Okay.
It has that feel to it, but beyond that, nothing that would be force related that it would be telling you.
Okay. All right, well, there's a lot of people in here somewhere. I don't know where, though. So let's be on the cautious side.
Guess I'll commit both my force dice and get ready to go.
Let's do this.
Okay. So you finally managed to find an entrance that kind of lets you into this core chamber, which is a pretty large room. It looks fairly dark, but you can see off in the distance there is a chair, and sitting in the chair is someone that Red can recognize, that Loerelai can recognize at least from a distance as being Jalen, or somebody who looks an awful lot like Jalen. He's got binders on, and he appears to be unconscious, sitting there motionless. As you look through the door, you don't see anything else in there. You don't see anyone else in there. There's a lot of stones, some turned over furniture, a few cobwebs, but that's the only thing that you can see.
So who's going to be the bait?
I can be the bait. I can defend myself pretty well.
I was going to say I probably can too. One of us.
I prefer to do something a little more little bit more interesting to see what we've got, and I draw the heavy blaster.
Well, I mean, we can go tend to him and see who ambushes us, or we can maybe Kara should, because you could probably pull a rock up to act as cover or something, knowing you.
Yeah, I can defend myself pretty well.
But I have a gun, so.
I can't really lie very well, but.
I was just fanning out over the area. He's going to be targeting me anyway.
Not if he doesn't see you.
I think you two have more of an advantage of not being seen than I.
What do you mean by that?
You're a little more crafty than I am.
Not really.
No, she's not very crafty.
Let me just go out there. But this way we draw them out, and I can take a beating.
I'll say we push the Twi'lek out there.
Hey.
No.
Well, let's send Kara and Red out to see what's going on here, spring whatever trap there is, see if a Trandoshan walks out of a corridor clapping softly to himself or something. Yeah. And then IG, I know he can lay cover fire down across the entire chamber if necessary. And Kara's out there with a lightsaber. If she needs to start blocking blaster fire, she can pull a rock up or whatever we got to do. So
hopefully. I don't know if I want to ruin this place.
Well, it's already pretty ruined.
Yeah, but people used to, go to Sunday school or something here a long time ago.
And if you could ask them, hey, do you mind if I rip up your floor in a few hundred years to save someone's life, they'd probably be okay with it.
I hope so. This place is pretty cool, though.
Well, I guess you'll do that if that's what we're going to do, unless you want to do something else, Doc.
Well, if he is the case, I was just going to fire a blaster bolt and see how they react. But that was just me.
What, at the guy sitting there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to walk up there. I think that's the best bet. That's the best way to spring the trap. Because they're not expecting anyone just to walk up.
Or they're expecting her to run up and try to administer medical aid.
They're probably sitting here wondering why we're still debating this.
That is also true.
Is he dead?
No, but
I wasn't I can sense the future.
I can't sense that's not how it works. If you would
yeah, but you should be able to sense him if he's not.
IG just shoot.
Is this area that he's in? He's towards the center of the room, and is there any perimeter aspects to it?
It's out in the open, kind of in the center of the room.
Is he short range, medium range?
At this point, he's at long range, I would say.
What did you say, Cosket?
Just shoot something at this point.
Okay, so he's gonna let a burst loose in the room. Not gonna shoot the guy we're here after, but
gonna get some attention.
Yeah.
All right, so a bit of stone chips off of the other end and kind of rolls down, but nothing. You don't hear or see anything after that.
All right, fine. I'm walking up. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to check the floor. I'm not going to step on any cracks.
I'm going to kind of move my way in, but kind of try to circle the perimeter around it, within about medium range, and start scanning for any type of electronic devices, droids, or otherwise, other types of entrapments.
Hello.
Okay. And so we've got Kira and we've got Loerelai in the room right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
And Loerelai is walking around the edges of it, trying to scan. You are picking up electronics. Interestingly enough, it seems to be coming from somewhere very near where Jalen is.
I'm going to try to at least get a visual to where is he bound forward or behind?
His hands are behind him.
And is he in a natural position, or does
he's kind of like his head's down and his like this, and his hands are behind him, like he's unconscious.
Okay. They've most likely booby trapped him.
So he's going to blow him and you up?
Possibly.
Okay, well, I can fix that.
Yeah, Kara can fix that.
So I'm going to work my way around to where I can see the binders and see if there's anything that's obscured on that.
Yeah, there's definitely you can definitely kind of make out some kind of electronic device that's right underneath him. You don't know what it is.
Okay.
He's on a kill switch.
Loerelai, do we have like comm links and Loerelai can tell me this stuff?
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I do a mechanics check?
Okay,
Figure out what that is.
sure, yeah.
All right, what's the difficulty on that one going to be?
Average.
All right,
it's dark.
average.
It's dark, so we're going to add 2 setback dice to that.
Oh no!
And
Whatever
just
will I
because I'm going to
do?
also spend a dark side point.
IG, can you sense or detect any type of laser grid? Like a proximity sensor?
The only enhanced sensors I have are low light, so
All right, mechanics check. Oh, that didn't upgrade it. Hold on. Oh, crap! It upgraded mine.
Okay, so this isn't the correct roll.
No, but it would have been nice.
Did you eliminate the 2 setback with talent?
Yeah, I
Okay,
did. I just
okay.
accidentally upgraded mine instead of your check. Why is it not? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, mine did that earlier where I entered in 3 hard and it only did 1. So I had to re-roll it. So
You know what? Screw
Yeah,
it, I'm just gonna do it this
I've
way.
got nothing in the GM dice pool right now that'd be messing that up.
I'm just being dumb or something over here. Are you for freaking real? Yeah, I
All
only
right.
have 4 int.
Okay, is this the correct roll?
Yes.
All right, excellent. So
I
let's
know
start.
exactly what it is, and it's gonna blow up in my face.
Let's start with the successes. The successes, it turns out it's not going to blow up on your face. As you start,
Thank God.
you don't even have to, as you're kind of examining it, you don't even have to sort of figure out what it is before you figure out what it is. Because you start noticing these vague kinds of flickerings and scan lines along his profile. And your hand stretches out all of a sudden, and it just goes straight through his chest and straight through the chair. And then you pull it back.
We got snoked.
And
Didn't work.
That was horrible, and you should feel horrible.
Oh,
and
we
now
were
you're
sensing if he was alive, but he was too far away. Unless I use the dark side pip.
and now you're hearing this humming sound sort of begin underneath you, like a power generator or something's coming on.
Okay.
And about 2 seconds later, all of a sudden, this huge force field springs up around both Loerelai and Kira. And in the meantime, out in the hallway, Rhea's looking around, going, "We've got to go right now."
All right, where's the mechanism for this thing at?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, which way did the force field come from? Did it come from the bottom or the top?
Now, for sure, you begin to see coming out of a couple of holes, and then a door opens up with stormtroopers. But we're not just talking about a half a dozen. We're not talking about a dozen. We're talking about 15, 20, 30 starting to pour into the room.
Okay.
All carrying heavy blaster rifles. IG is not going to be able to fire through the force field.
Are you for real?
No, I'm not firing through the force field. I'm firing at the stormtroopers.
Okay. All right.
Stormtroopers in the force field?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. We're not going to go into combat, but you can go ahead and make a roll if you want.
Oh, they're in the force. Okay.
Well, so think about it this way: that this is a circular room, and you've got this circular force field that's come up around the perimeter of it.
Okay.
And they're able to come up and come inside of it. But there's some that are also appearing kind of outside of it that you might be able to angle around and start shooting at.
Nah,
Well,
I'll hold off and wait on that. Are they coming toward us? The rest of us here. At the
You
doorway?
can hear some boots that are running around the sides of the hallway, but they're not able to access you right away.
The Twi'lek's right. We got to get out of here.
That's cute. What's the plan?
All right, so
Coliseum opens at 8.
can comlinks work through the force field?
Yeah, you can still communicate on comlinks.
Okay, and then hi.
Hi, you're the mechanic. I don't know how.
Do you see where the signal's coming from?
No, but it's probably either above or below.
I shoot the holographic projector.
All right, so it just sparks.
Thanks, great work.
It just sparks, and he vanishes.
Fantastic work, Loerelai. Now you have one less charge in your blaster.
She's gonna start being cranky with her like she is Andon.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, Kara, the same thing I was about to tell Koskett, and that's to leave the being cute to me.
So what kind of chair is this? Is it like a
It's
stone chair
not.
attached
There is
to
no
the
chair
ground?
anymore. There is no chair
Oh,
anymore.
Not even a chair. Jeez. Can I pick up a stormtrooper and like throw him against the other troopers and just like bowl with them?
You can certainly do that if you want to.
No, actually, this might be a bad idea. We're probably going to die.
All right, so and they're starting to ask you to put your hands up. The two of you that are in the center. The boots are still clicking around the hallway. They're getting very close now to the group that's standing on the outside.
all right, for those of us outside,
Yes.
IG is going to turn back the way we came toward the door, start shooting down the hallway and moving.
Like trying to create cover fire?
No, like trying to get back to the door. He's trying to clear an escape route for those of us outside.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. You're trying to clear an escape route so that people that are on the outside can run.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So about that moment, around 10, 12 stormtroopers come around the corner. You've got your blaster set on full auto fire. You can roll a check with that.
Are they? I guess they're coming at short range because they're kind of coming around the.
They're coming at you can consider them to be at short range.
All right.
And as he's going with that, unless there's outright any objections, Loerelai reaches into her pack and burns a destiny point and pulls out a thermal detonator.
Okay.
Loerelai, what are you doing with that? Where did you get that? And you better throw it really well.
And she just kind of does the whole thing and does the prime, where, that it lights up. It's not on the full release yet.
All right, so you haven't turned around to see as you're kind of getting surrounded by them what the ones behind you are doing. The ones you can see have kind of held up a sign and said, "Stop! She's got a thermal detonator." And now there's just dozens of weapons that are trained on you. In the meantime, IG's managed to clear to kind of slow down the stormtroopers a little bit on the outside. You got a little bit of advantage that you can spend as well.
Okay, can I use that advantage to kind of bum rush through and knock the rest of them out of the way so we have a path?
Yes. So IG is just kind of goes running forward and between getting hit by the fire and just the fearsome vision of IG coming at them, they scatter a little bit, and there's enough room for everybody to kind of slip through. Anybody that wants to get out at this point.
Dibs.
Well, in the meantime, Andon's going to draw his pistol and shoot the force field to see what happens.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the bolt just jumps off of it and hits the ceiling above you.
It with his lightsaber and see what happens.
So you kind of get the lightsaber into it, and you're able to kind of penetrate the shield a little bit with it and pull it around a little bit, but there's just no way to break it. There's no way to get it open, no matter how hard you try.
While Loerelai is playing around with the thermal detonator, can I do a mechanics checks to kind of see maybe where the force field mechanism would be at, where it's originating from? Maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's got to originate somewhere, right?
It's kind of a projector or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I mean, you've got an educated guess about probably they've installed something temporary that's underneath the floor somewhere.
Okay.
But you cannot tell exactly where it is.
Okay. Wait. Force field comes up through the floor?
Yeah.
Or it's on the floor?
Well, there are probably some projectors that are built into the floor somewhere that you haven't been able to detect so far.
This is garbage.
What's the ceiling of the room look like?
Domed and unstable.
Is it open, or does the force field cover the top as well?
Yeah, are there skylights?
The force field is going to go up to a point. I mean, it's domed, and it's going to go up and hit the top of the dome so that you're totally sealed off. There's no skylights or anything. It's kind of a stone masonry type roof. There might be a couple of holes in it at the top. That just places where over the years masonry's fallen down and fallen out. But there's no huge opening.
But is the force field, can we tell, is it a cylinder that just kind of goes up an indiscriminate way, or does it have a ceiling?
It comes to a point where it meets the ceiling of the building.
Okay. Andon's gonna hold a finger up at Carol, I'll be right back, and dart out this hole that
that IG's created.
So bad right now if bad motivator happened.
You're just thinking of this?
Yeah, I just thought of this. I'm terrible.
You've been playing this game for how long with this character?
All right, let's do some bad motivator.
All right, so Koskett and Rhea are already headed off into the shadows.
Should be at the Coliseum by now.
So Andon is now outside, and Loerelai's holding her thermal detonator still. And
I'm just
have you activated it where it's going to go off any moment, or are you just holding it there?
I'm on the prime trigger. It's lit like it's. I mean,
okay.
It's not
Dead man's
on the timer, but
Are you for real? No, wait. I have.
You have Natural Tinkerer, don't you?
You have Natural Tinkerer.
And I'm just kind of casually making my way more towards the center of the area.
Yes, that keeps the destiny point.
Okay. All right, so this is like you're trying to create a dead man's, in this case, dead doctor's trigger.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm using it. I'm drawing their attention on me so Kara can have the opening to do what she needs to do.
I just broke this thing wide open. I used that motivator, Matt. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you use bad motivator with a triumph. What do you want to do with a triumph?
Well, let's see here.
What if it sort of had a discharge when it went down and got some of the stormtroopers?
That's what I was gonna think, or a bad feedback in their helmets.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that you do manage to distract them for a moment with the feedback in their helmets, and the force field goes down. And so where's IG right now?
I was heading for the door.
Okay. Are you going to leave the location? You're going to try to protect Koskett's exit? You're going to stay with Andon? What are you going to do?
So many decisions.
Well, Andon was going to leave and try to fly up to the roof, but now that he hears all this commotion from the chamber, he's going to wheel back around and start running back toward the entrance to the chamber.
Okay. All right.
IG is going to be at the door, so whoever is following can get out, and then he's going to turn to cover anybody else still coming. And if Andon wants to yell for help or whatever, he's in the area.
All
Kara's
right.
gonna be like, okay, you guys can come
Because-
shoot these imps now.
Because I take it where I was at, I couldn't hear anything happening with the force field, right?
Right.
And I basically just kind of snap a look to Kara and say, "Go
Go what?
out."
Go Power Rangers.
Go where?
Well, and she tosses the grenade up into the ceiling.
All right, can I use force move?
So, what do you want to use force move on?
That'd be
I
awesome.
want to make sure that the grenade goes towards the Imperials.
Okay, yeah.
I was
Go ahead.
on the roof to collapse on them.
Oh.
There's already holes in the roof. Collapse the roof on the Imperial.
Go
side.
ahead and
that's
make
what I
a.
was
Go ahead and
trying
make.
to
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll try and guide the thing because I don't know how good of a shot Loerelai is.
Like a volleyball set with the force to get
Yeah,
the
like-
grenade.
Bump
Nice
it,
touch
like-
right up into the architecture.
Yeah, we'll do that. Where'd my? There it is. We'll do that. I'm helpful. Why are you here? Go away.
Okay.
Dude,
Alright.
what?
Yeah. So that's more than enough. You kind of guide the grenade over where it kind of lands at the feet of some of the stormtroopers, and it goes off in this massive
Or you
explosion.
guys
It just
the roof over the
it casts
stormtroopers.
dust. Oh, you want it at the roof
Yeah.
over them. Okay. So you've got this explosion and
I
these
did a basketball shoot with it.
and the roof starts coming down, just crumbling as some of the stormtroopers, they're kind of getting more alert now. They jump away from it, but others get buried under it, and there's this massive amount of dust that now just comes billowing out, and it as Koskett and Rhea are getting away, you can just see it come out all of the doors and out of the roof of the thing, and
Roof weird.
and Koskett and Rhea are looking back, and they see this dust, and it's just being lit up with all of this light, and you can hear the sound of blasters that are going off all over the place. This massive amount, massive amount of
They're
fire.
dead. Save ourselves.
It kind of sounds though like these are blasters that are set on stun, but there's like dozens and dozens of them going off in the smoke as the place as there's just chaos in there.
Okay, so as Andon's running back into the chamber,
All of a sudden, there's like
I'm
a bill
running
of smoke.
he's gonna pop his boots, fly above the smoke as best he can,
Okay.
and then noticing that the blasters are on stun, he's going to pull his pistol, stay at medium range from the ground so the stun blast can't hit him, and start taking pot shots at any stormtroopers he can while he's yelling for Kara and Loerelai to leave. And just try to be real distracting.
So
What's that?
I'm already bolting out. I mean, I tossed and ran. You know.
Okay, good. Well,
Yeah.
since I'm assuming there's now a nice hole in the ceiling as well.
Yeah, you're trying
Kara's
to.
getting out of there.
Yeah, you're all trying to run, but at this point we're going to switch over to Koskett and Rhea, who the last thing they see is the smoke and those flashes and all of that, as they're kind of standing on the edge, just barely able to make their way back into the city.
AFK for a sec.
Sure.
But
And
what's happening with Koskett now?
yeah,
Sorry.
and that's the issue now is what's Koskett up to?
If I get back to the city, I'm going to blend in with the people, and this never happened. Because I think they're dead. Fair assumption. So, yeah, in my head, I'm just going to think of an exit plan, and because I have no allies or resources on this planet, really.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try to blend in and maybe talk with Rhea or Seller and come up with a plan.
I'm back.
Yeah. Rhea says that I don't think they would have gone to all this trouble just to kill them. And you heard those bolts; they were on stun. We got to try to figure out some kind of way to get to them, or at least figure out what happened to them.
Well, we ain't doing nothing if we get to them, that's for sure. If we're not combating it, sister.
She says, no, we're not, but there's got to be something we can do. Come on, Koskett, you've spent like 2 years with these people, fighting by their side. You just going to run off now? Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. I didn't survive on Nar Shaddaa because I stuck to dangerous situations and willingly got my head chopped off.
Poor Koskett. He doesn't love us.
Well, you got contacts, don't you? Surely there's somebody that you will at least know what's going on here. Can tell us what's going on.
Yeah, would I want information or would I want help? I don't know. I don't know what I would want to use that on.
Y'all want to have some OOC conversation about it, you can.
Let's see. Well, I don't know, guys. Opinions here?
Yeah, we can have some OOC on this if y'all want.
That's fine.
Well, I guess, I mean, unless I'm misreading the situation, like, we're kind of doing okay in there, right? Or did we get concussed out by this blast or something and I just didn't notice
There's
it?
a lot of stormtroopers. There is a lot of smoke. There's a lot of confusion.
And that's not even including the bounty hunter.
You may. I mean, certainly Koskett doesn't think you did well in there.
Okay.
Yeah, because it kind of exploded. Dust went everywhere. The ceiling collapsed, and for all he knows, we were all under it.
Ah, fair enough. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't misreading the situation.
Koskett has a communicator on. He should know that we're alive.
Yeah, but that feedback probably fried ours the way it did theirs.
It would have only fried Loerelai's and I's, and I don't think it was permanent.
That's right.
So it was probably just like a jolt of static, and now it's probably working again. So it's like, all right, I'm coughing up a lung here. Help.
Hopefully she's got oxygen masks in that backpack med kit of hers.
She's been wearing a respirator the whole time, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she has.
Lucky her.
Well, crap. Kara's choking out here, y'all.
Don't hold your breath.
Slap one
So-
on her. I mean,
Resilience by default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll slap one on her if you're clear, you know.
I should be fine. Kara's going to
Alright.
do what she learned in school. It was when you're in the smoke, you have to crawl on the ground.
Yeah, but this is
So-
dust, not smoke.
Ah, shit, whatever.
So
If I had a contact to use, who would I use it for? What would I use it for?
Here?
I guess if you're going on the assumption we're dead, you're probably trying to find a way to get the heck off the planet. But you can get back on the ship anyway, so you've got an escape route.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All right. Well, while he's thinking about that, let me throw one more thing in. We're going to have to wrap things up here in a minute, but let me throw one more thing in. It's sometime later now. You don't know exactly how long. Right now, Kira and Loerelai can consider themselves to be unconscious.
Oh, great.
Andon finds himself. Andon finds himself lying near a rock formation that's kind of partly outside of the temple. And he looks down and he can't remember exactly what's just happened, but he sees that one of his rocket boots got hit by some stray blaster fire, and he assumes he kind of flew over and made a controlled landing before he was knocked unconscious.
I bet it looked super cool doing that.
Now, IG's plan was to hold the doorway until things got bad, and then he was going to rear guard his way back.
So
or wherever everybody else went. I'm not sure he knows where everybody
yeah.
else went.
So everybody's scattered. What you've seen Andon kind of go flying off the end and land over in one part of the city, and you've seen Rhea and Casket going running off in another part, and seen nothing since the cloud of smoke emerged of Kira or Loerelai.
All right. He's going to make his way toward Andon first.
Beep boop.
Okay.
I'm going to try to recover Andon and then link up with the other two.
Yeah, Andon's kind of emerging out of consciousness. Fortunately, not horribly injured. Maybe you've lost about 5 strain.
Oh my goodness. I think that's him just putting on his pajamas in a hurry in the morning.
Well, when IG comes upon him, if he's still like laying on the ground, he's just going to reach down and pick him up and keep going. He's not even going to ask him if he's okay. He's just going to pick him up and go.
And where are you heading?
My rocket boot!
Back to whatever street I last seen Casket and Rhea going down.
Okay.
Well, if Andon's even awake, he's going to not until they find Doc and Kara.
You find Casket and you don't see Rhea, but I've got a stack of credits.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to make sure I could get off this rock.
Yeah. Sacrifices had to be made.
Okay.
Casket, we already had a ship. Oh.
So this isn't
Another one.
This isn't the greatest place of all to break after all of that chaos. But this is where we're going to have to break, unfortunately, for tonight.
So Karen, Loerelai are just unconscious.
Consider yourself. Well, I'll say this much before we start the next session. Kara and Loerelai have been captured, and they are unconscious.
It would be awesome if I had the pull to use that hut contact to ask for help, and we'd owe him a favor later. Like that'd be interesting as far as the story perspective goes, because then we have to do him a favor and keep it on the down low of the rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
In exchange for a set of forces to help with this situation.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting, though. I like it.
Okay.
If we can do that.
Yeah, let's we're going to pick up in December is actually when it's going to be. I think it's on December 8th because Thanksgiving is going to be our next scheduled session. And we're going to need to do some stuff. We're seriously going to need to do some stuff on the boards to kind of get ourselves fixed up for the next session. But yeah, we'll just pick up that way. And so let's see here for tonight. We're not going to assign duty for this particular session. However, I am going to award 15 XP for everybody, conscious or not, at the end of the session.
Okay, good.
And with that, I am going to shut off our stream.